Hey Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. This is Danielle from StarsMoonandSun.com, and I'm here to give you your new moon in Scorpio forecast. So new moon is a great time to set your intentions towards reinventing yourself, towards letting anything go from the past, sometimes working on forgiveness, putting your intentions toward perhaps building something financially for the future that involves paying off debts. Also, it's a great time to really get in touch with your inner desires, your inner motivations, and doing the deep dive, digging deep to see what motivates you. Any compulsions, perhaps unhealthy habits. This is a great time to really take a look at ourselves. With Mercury being retrograde on the 31st for the next several weeks, you may hear from people from the past. This is a time of reflecting and reviewing your own communication process. Great time to go within to sort of revise your own communication habits and patterns. For those of you that have planets in Sagittarius, I'm going to say 14 to 16 degrees. Neptune is currently squaring your sun. So this can be really a time where you could feel lost, where you're not sure of who you are anymore. There could be some changes or confusion surrounding your home life. There can also be some confusion about your identity. And it can be a sort of a time where you feel lost at sea. I want to caution you to watch out for any excess behaviors, particularly in the alcohol escapist department. For those of you that have planets in Sagittarius in the later degrees, so 22 to about 28 degrees, you'll have Jupiter conjoining your sun, moon, and or rising this month. I'm ideally doing this reading from this new moon to the next new moon. And with this can give you a boost of energy, a boost of optimism. You may be feeling great. You may really want to put yourself out there with Jupiter conjoining your personal planets. Now let's get right into your reading. So the first message I received, I love it. It was a powerful energy shift. And look, the new moon is there. And this is for new moon in Scorpio. So powerful energy shift. The next message was ask, revealing. And then we had 3 tarot cards for you. The Hierophant, number 5, can be associated with Taurus. 2 of Swords can be associated with Moon in Libra. And then 7 of Wands, I honestly don't remember, but it's a fire sign. It has to be fire because of the wands. So the first message I received was a powerful energy shift, and here it is, this new moon, and this card is a number 10, which signifies that there has been an end of a cycle. Something has completed, something has reached fruition, a cycle has ended in your life, and now you are embarking on a new beginning. So it's important that you put all of your attention and all of your focus on the new beginning that you are trying to manifest. There's a powerful energy, as the card states, a powerful energy shift. And I really want you to lean into that over the next 30 days. I really want you to focus on where you're going. Mutable signs, Sagittarius included, of course, had a difficult 2017. So perhaps there were some endings that you're still recovering from. And now you've licked your wounds. You know, you've hopefully practiced some self-care. And now it's you're still in the process of developing perhaps a new way of living after Saturn left your sun, moon, and or rising in 2017. But this is a powerful new beginning for you. And I love that. With the Ask card, there was a few things that came up, but first being was asking for what you want. I don't just mean from individuals, but I mean asking the universe, knowing what you want, aligning with this powerful new energy and asking, I want to manifest this. I'm in the process of manifesting this, and really getting in touch. Sometimes we walk around and we don't even know our own wants and needs. Like, what do I want? Honoring what you want, even if you have this other voice inside that thinks it's absurd. Honoring what you want, honoring your desires, being true to yourself, and then putting those intentions out there into the universe. I also take this as a message to ask other people for what you want. I had been taking a class with somebody that said a lot of our shadow contracts, or when we have unspoken desires that we're hoping another person can fulfill, right? So we have these agreements that aren't above board. We're sort of hoping, I guess, that they'll recognize it, and we're waiting for them to, I don't know, meet our desires or give us what we want, but we haven't even stated them. And I think it's really important for all of us to develop an attitude of asking for what we want. I mean, we're adults, and we can't expect for other people to intuit everything that we desire. And sometimes we have to be upfront. And then also, I think if we ask for something and the person is not able to deliver, perhaps removing ourselves from the situation. But definitely putting out your new intentions there and asking the universe for what you want, asking other people for what you desire. Ask, believe, receive. That's the law of attraction. And then revealing. And I thought this was interesting. I thought this was perhaps significant of you needing to open up a little bit, to be honest. We had the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of defense. I actually had a reading with somebody and this came up and she said, what does full disclosure mean to you? She saw this as a card of full disclosure. Seven of Wands. So how about full disclosure? How about say it does mean full disclosure? Asking for what you want, fully disclosing what you're expecting. I also took this as a message of not being on guard. This woman is ready to fight off a bunch of other witches, perhaps. This is like a defensive. You're guarded. You're you're holding your ground and sort of though keeping other people at bay. So I would just encourage you to take a look at maybe areas where you're being defensive, where you don't need to be. Checking your own defenses. Don't get me wrong, sometimes we need boundaries, right, with certain people. But there's something here about opening up, revealing a part of yourself. I'm not saying to everybody, perhaps even getting in touch with a different part of your own self, right? Your own beauty, your own inner light. But definitely something here about not being defensive and allowing others in to get to know you, to get to know the real you. And this may be a part of your new energy shift. Like, I'm tired of being closed. I'm tired of being led by my wound. I'm ready to open up. I'm ready to share my light, my pearl with, well, maybe not everybody, but with those that are, that I have a connection with. This is about opening up. The next message was the Two of Swords. And this is Moon in Libra. I always call Moon in Libra the peace at all costs. Like, we're going to keep peace. And this person has a blindfold on, right? So she can't see. She's shooting her darts and she's blindfolded. Because it's associated with Moon and Libra, for me that means, are you operating in a way where you're trying to keep peace at all costs, right? And sometimes everybody else is at peace and then we're not at peace because we've been wearing this mask of, trying to make everybody else happy. And planets in Sagittarius, they want to, they're inclined to be happy. They want to have a good time. This is a really buoyant kind of sign. Like, let's have fun, let's have a good time, but I don't want it to ever be at the cost of your own happiness, right? So this is about taking off the blindfolds, perhaps seeing things as they are, being honest with yourself. If you want to hit the bullseye, you may have to remove what's blinding you. If you're having a direction that you want to go in, you may have to take off your blindfold, reveal parts of yourself, harness that new energy, ask for what you want while not being defensive. Something here about letting go of fears. You're starting a new cycle. You're embracing a new path in life. And then the last card was the Hierophant. Hierophant is a number 5 card. So number 5 indicates it's been a period of change. Number 5 is can be a chaotic energy. Hierophant is the spiritual leader, the rigid person. Sometimes can be a narcissistic type of person because they're very rigid and it's their way and you're not, how dare you question them, and they have all the answers. So it can show up a different, a variety of ways. It may be that you are a spiritual teacher. I believe we're all spiritual teachers and we need one another to help one another grow. So it may be acknowledging your own spiritual ability. It may be that you're encountering other people that are spiritual advisors, people that are here to guide you on your spiritual path. It may be the need to develop a spiritual practice, a practice where you can just sit with yourself, honoring yourself. He or she's like in a group, I would just say meditation class, but getting to know yourself on another level, on a spiritual level, getting in touch with your own inner self, not just this outer, but going within and doing some deep dive spiritually, asking yourself in quiet meditation, what does spirit want to tell me today, and being open to receiving the answers in a different way. There's a different energy here. Life is different than you've known it in the past. You're starting a new cycle with something. It's just the beginning. And there's something here about revealing yourself, taking off the blindfold, not being defensive, and perhaps getting to know yourself and others in a new way. In a new way where you're revealing parts that perhaps you've kept hidden. Keep in mind this is just a message for the month. With Jupiter possibly squaring your planets, conjoining your planets rather, you would likely feel like sharing yourself. This is an optimistic energy. With Neptune, if you're someone that has Neptune squaring your planets, this can be a time where you may feel confused and that you need to go within, that you need to take time to meditate, develop a spiritual practice. It's a big time of trusting the universe. But I think these are really beautiful energies where you're being encouraged to ask, believe, receive, to embrace a new cycle. And I love the feeling of newness, to reveal parts of yourself, or even discovering parts of yourself that you haven't known before. Review your defensive tendencies. Take off your blindfold and developing a spiritual practice. It seems like you're really getting sort of this inner development. That's what it feels like, a new way of knowing yourself, a new way of relating to other people. It seems pretty cool to me, to be honest. I'm wishing you a great month. If you want a personal reading, StarsMoonandSun.com, and I look forward to seeing you soon.